Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is BestInSlot with an update video for the Isle, covering the big change that was revealed only earlier today, i.e. the reveal of the new Rex animations. But also, there's a couple of other things I want to go in towards the end as well. Now, we're not going to be doing a proper gameplay session today because, unfortunately, I have to pretend to be a responsible law student. And those who have recorded the Isle will know that sometimes it takes a long time just to get 10 minutes or so of footage. But in the meantime, you can enjoy a juvenile Rex running around in the background, forgetting how to use the scent button, and taking about half an hour to kill a random little AI. Fun. As per last time, all Twitch clips we're going to look at are courtesy of twitch.tv/thedondy. We're going to start off with the big reveal anyway, only way to do it, right? The new Rex animations. Here's the clip.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems there.
Yeah.
I may just need to get the new model from Jake and just transfer the rig.
Okay. Yeah, it might be worth it. Because I can tell that on the big boy, this would definitely look nice.
Yeah, and it does look nice in 3D Max, but it's the old model, so...
Yeah, that's fine. Just grab it from Jake. It might be worth doing on the sub-adult and juvenile, too. Yeah. I think this bite is...
Now this doesn't do much good without a comparison, however, so I went on and got my own Rex running footage as it currently is in the game so we can see exactly where the changes have happened. If there's a follow button, by the way, for these in-game replay systems, will someone please let me know, because this was basically impossible to do correctly. Anyway. If we look first at the trot and compare it to my own footage, you can see the animation changes reflect those that the Suchomimus is also going to get. We saw that a couple of videos ago as well. Mainly that they reduce movement, with an exception we'll get to in a little bit. Even from this side-on angle, you can see how much less the tail moves, the same change the Sucho got, and the Rex appears to be much more in control of its body in general. There's less swaying in the hips, there's less movement in the spine. All in all, the Rex just looks a little bit less sort of wobbly, basically. If we change this over to the run instead, we can basically see the exact same thing happen again. There's less movement in the tails, hips, and spine. Not tails, plural, he's only got one tail, I hope anyway. The Rex all in all just looks more like a deadly killing machine than a sort of bounding puppy. A puppy that'll definitely kill you, but still, it's just a deaf puppy. There's another noticeable change that happens here, however, beyond the movement, and that's the positioning of the head and neck. I'm going to bring up two comparison images which I think really show the difference between these two animation sets. In the new version of the Rex, the head has been brought down and angled forwards into a much more aerodynamic pose. It's nearly in line with the spine, whereas the original version sort of comes up and then pushes downwards. The neck itself is visibly pushing forwards as well, giving the whole body a torpedo or arrow-esque look to it. It's much more aggressive and faster looking. Again, Suchomimus received similar changes. The final animation change to talk about is the bite animation. Now, whilst the rest of the animations have been streamlined and tightened to make them more aggressive, the bite animation has gone in the other direction and become much more sort of sweeping, much more appropriate at killing smaller dinosaurs as well. When put side by side, this change is pretty clear. This, the new one, is the lowest position both bites take, even when facing downwards whilst running. And obviously the new version has a much wider range of motion in it since it ends up finishing substantially below the existing version. All in all, these changes should make the Rex a more threatening enemy to come up against and a more fun dinosaur to play and look at. It does feel a little bit cumbersome at the moment, but soon it's going to be a Tiffy, Torpedo, Tyrant, Toblerone. I kind of ran out of things to alliterate with. The next two things we're going to talk about aren't going to take nearly as long. The first is from this clip.
Rig, and we're never gonna put it out until the Isle's done and we need expansions. Like I said, I explicitly said Pachyrhino will be an expansion dinosaur. Fuck that. We've got enough dinosaurs in the game as it is. Like we have a huge fucking roster. We could never add another one, and it's still a superior roster.
Honestly, Pachyrhino would just be Triceratops but worse because it can't stab things.
Yep.
Basically, it sounds as though we may not be seeing too many new dinosaurs until Dondy is happy with the game and it's actually released from early access. I don't want to say this is definite or anything like that. You know, we could well see plenty more. I'm just, you know, this is what it sounds like from the clip. Whether that includes creatures we've seen in active development already, like the Tyrannosaurus and Dinosuchus, I don't know, but what we can say is the Pachyrhinosaurus, best known for the terrible Walking with Dinosaurs reboot, will not be coming to the early access version of the game. The idea of dinosaur expansion packs is an interesting one, and certainly the logical place to take the game post-release. It doesn't inherently fracture the player base like, say, new map packs would, and I think it's something people would happily pay for if they were given the same attention and love that the existing dinosaurs already are. I know some of you will be balking a little bit at the idea of DLC, but at the end of the day, if it's not released whilst the game is in early access, cough, very subtle, and it supports the development of future updates, well, it's kind of just part of game development these days. It's an expensive process. Finally, I want to go back a few more days to this clip.
Alright. The Allosaurus shouldn't be taking damage above the tail anymore. The jump is appropriately fixed for the Pachy. Bleed doesn't kill you anymore, no matter what. And bone break times have been lowered, so we'll see how that goes.
This is just a short confirmation of what we can expect to be fixed in the next patch. The way Allosaurus receives damage is going to be fixed. The Pachycephalosaurus jump is going to be fixed. I don't actually know what that's about, so please hit me up in the comments if you do. The blood change we talked about in the last video is coming to fruition as well, i.e. you're not going to be able to die from bleed damage, but you will be able to reduce to 1 health from bleed damage, so then it'll take 1 more bite to finish you off. And finally, it seems the timer for bones to heal after breaking is also going to be reduced. We'll have to see how much that is, how much the timer is reduced by, and how that plays out when the patch is actually released. And there we go. Apologies for no follow-up gameplay today, but these kind of gameplay updates and patch news is kind of where I feel pretty comfortable as a YouTuber, generally speaking, and I'd love to hear from you guys and girls and sentient light orbs, not forgetting you, in the comment section, whether you found this a useful video and what aspect of these updates you're most excited about. The Isle did go quiet for a little bit over sort of Christmas, November sort of area, but it's clear the dev machine is back in full swing, and that itself is pretty exciting. So, before we go, please do hit the like button down below. It really helps me out, and I'm lovely, and I deserve it, okay? And if you're new to the channel and want to be kept up to date on the Isle and a few other dinosaur games, then please jam that little subscribe button until it's your best friend. Actually, you should jam it once, but that should be enough. It's a very friendly button. Thank you so much for joining me. As per usual, cheers, much love, as always. Bye-bye. I hope you guys will forgive me for blathering on for about another minute and a half or so. When I do these videos, these update videos, I really like to front load the information as much as possible. Make sure you guys, you click on a video wanting to hear about certain things, and I think you should hear that information as quickly as possible and have it broken down as quickly as possible. I don't think you should have to wait till, midpoint through the video, the end of the video. I don't think I should use it to hype up the video and get people drawn in like that. However, it is worth noting that the 10-minute mark is a very real thing on YouTube, and I am not a big enough YouTuber to be able to ignore it. Times are tough, and in order to get proper advertising and stuff, you do have to hit that 10-minute mark. So hopefully this little dalliance you'll forgive me for as we watch me finally kill this bloody... I heard this AI for about 5 minutes before I finally tracked it down. This was my first ever time actually using the ambush mechanic in the game, which I really like, but I'd never ever used before. It's really effective, and I'm going to have to start using it a lot more. I do want to do a full-on gameplay video at some point. I want to build an Indoraptor. I know that's such an obvious thing to do with the new skin changes, but the Raptor now is built to make like a really cool-looking Indoraptor in the Isle, so that's definitely something we're going to look at down the line. I just want to thank you guys for joining me once more. Hopefully you can forgive me for this little bit. I wasn't planning on it originally, but it's a necessary evil. Cheers. A little shout out at the end. This video and others like it would not be possible at all without the support of you guys watching me at home, and also everyone on this Patreon page right here who supported me in the last month. If you want to help out as well, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. Every little really helps. Cheers.